All right, there we go. All right, guys. So today I'm bringing the first duel of the Team APS community tournament with my friend Snowflarky, one of my Twitch mods. Say hello to everybody.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
So today our first match is Reversal Quiz versus Mecha Phantom Beast. So this is the first duel of the tournament. At the current point we're at, we're in the semifinals or the quarterfinals. So, but this is some of the previous matches. So you can most of the matches I've recorded are all going to go up in the channel. So, Snowflarky actually has played a Reversal Quiz before. So, you said there's two different variants, correct?
Oh yeah, there's the Stolly more consistent version, which is kind of more tournament worthy, and then there's a less inconsistent but like FTK version of it. That's like all spells and Geldagra. Both fun decks. I started playing Reversal Quiz just probably a bit over 2 years ago when I figured out the combo. I heard, I was talking about it with some people. It was before it was really big, but I mean somebody was already doing it.
Yeah, because like I remember, especially like during the more balanced last year's like July format, it was pretty like I wouldn't say it was like uberly popular, but like it topped quite a few regionals. Like not like obviously
Well,
like it was a more balanced format, but
yeah, those regional appearances by it kind of made it a little more known. I kind of switched to other decks than before after that happened because people were becoming more aware of it. Honestly,
yeah,
the surprise factor is what
it's
stalls.
kind of like one of the. It's probably like it's not. I don't think it's as consistent as something like Chicken Game is like.
Oh, not nearly.
Because like all the magic, I feel like I was surprised because Konami usually so chaining Reckless Greed here, so it's kind of interesting. Usually you don't see someone chain Reckless when they don't have more than one.
Yeah, it's not an optimal play, but if you're really looking to get something off and or you're really hoping that you get one of the other greeds. I mean, there's reasons for it. Normally, it's because you're about to lose if you don't. But
I'm thinking what he might be doing though is he might have. I know a lot of Mecha Phantom Beast player run that quick play card called Draw Muscle because all their tokens are less than 1,000 defense, and they just sit in defense mode. So he could have Draw Muscles in his hand and just trying to draw into some answers maybe. So he's chaining Aerial Recharge here and getting another token. Interesting.
Got a whole board filled with them. Yeah, the thing about Reckless Greed is really the only decks that's ever recommended you play it in are decks that have a way to draw or search cards consistently outside of drawing your draw phase.
So, like, I would say, like, something like Prophecy, where they have the field spell that lets them draw an extra card on their standby phase. I've seen some Prophecy builds that run Reckless and
Yeah, and Dark Worlds with their
Gates and Ups.
Gates.
I mean, I preferred Upstart, but like, I run a janky like Fabled variant, and Upstart's really good in the deck because like you really need some sort of combo deck thinning and get your combo pieces. But even in like a normal Dark World deck, like Upstart, I feel like is like a necessary card. I know my friend who played the deck, he said that was the only deck he liked Upstart in because he doesn't like giving his opponents life unless he knows he can kill them easily.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of Upstart. I only use it if the combo I need is so omni-important to get to.
Yeah, other than outside, because I'm currently not running it in Dark Worlds, but I plan to in the future. I like to in my online decks. I definitely like it in Clownblade because like it's a very like you really need to get your combo pieces in that deck. Like even though Chain is banned, I still really like the deck. So he's setting some back row cards after Upstart. Only one back row, wow, and it's getting spaced. He's like, I'm not having any of that nonsense.
That's normally how it goes. Yeah, I mean, Wabuko and T-Roar are typically the only two you want to set. Also want to note that earlier they got our reverse quiz player here, Curse Thunder, got a lot of poke. Now, sometimes that can be helpful, though, because part of the thing about the stall version is you need kind of more assistance to lower your life points to an acceptable state.
Because it's not like it's not like the FTK variant probably runs Chicken Game. Would probably run Chicken Game in pseudo space, and it's not like in this variant, probably doesn't have a way to get his life points down, like with Chicken Game.
For example. Oh, yeah, in the FTK version, you are completely in control of your life points, whether you use Wall of Revealing Light or my favorite, Geldagra.
Yeah, while revealing light, I feel like it's one of those cards that like I feel like I didn't understand why is it at one when I looked at the ban list, but then I realized like how many nasty degenerate combos it was involved in. And I was like, yeah, it should probably stay at one because like I can like there's just too many combos that it's just not good and good because like especially with Life Equalizer. Oh wow, he's stacking his deck. That's I remember this is the I can't remember what this card is called.
Oh yeah, he let him get down to 600 life points. He has got the combo going. I actually don't like Feather of the Phoenix because, I mean, he probably only runs one of it. Spellbook Organization is just far superior.
It's also a quick play, so it's a lot. You can chain it in different times. Like you can chain it on your opponent's turn, for example.
And he sets the Shuriken.
And there he goes.
He sets two there. Now that's very important. I don't know what they are, but I believe this first one he set might be a decoy because sometimes you want to set a fake card so they'll try to MST it right away if they know what you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you set Shuriken. Like sometimes I'll have multiple quizzes in my hand, and I'll set one of the other quizzes, and somebody will destroy it.
Yeah, he's got both of them, both shurikens.
No, both shurikens. That's just overkill.
That's game right there. Look from the looks of it.
Yep.
That's game. Wow.
Because
I did duel one of these people in my match, so we're gonna get to see that later on in the future. So it'd be interesting. That's game right there. It's pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, because the Fuma Shurikens resolve on a separate chain, which is why this combo works. It doesn't chain to, it waits till that chain is done, and then it goes off, which is why once the life point exchange is done, it does damage.
That's why I was confused, on whether he took the damage or not when I was watching the duel. I was a bit confused. But yep. He won it pretty convincingly, and it's not like he had a Crimson Blader and everything ready to go. It's one of my favorite synchro monsters. Yeah, that's what he was asking. It's like it activates in a separate chain, is what you were saying. So he was asking, don't they activate before they switch life points? But they don't, because Reversal Quiz, they hit the graveyard after Reversal Quiz resolves, correct?
Yes.
So that means they happen in a separate chain, unfortunately. I think it's Gooba Heads trying just now realizing that.
Well, it's not like it was a quick play chain that would happen first.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an equip card getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we're going to game 2, so they're going to be... So I'm assuming that, like, the Mecha Phantom Beast player probably has very little in his side deck for it, but before we fast forward for a bit, outside of MST, what would you really side deck against Reversal Quiz?
Well... probably one of the best side deck cards that you might be already running anyway is Anti-Spell Fragrance. That can really put this deck behind a lot, just because you have to play around it. And another card that not too many people play it right now, but some people do. It's kind of more of a budget side deck pick, but Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell.
Mm-hmm.
That one where you can negate a spell card and you don't they can't use it for the rest of the duel.
I've always been a fan of Spell Fragrance against any kind of FDK based deck or deck like Reversal Quiz where they all have the same thing in common. They have to have spells in order to go off. So we're going into game 2. So
you can also play Decree to that MST.
The blind spaces are real.
I know. He doesn't have it. No, you need to save that.
You need to save the MST, son.
That's the MST you need to because he doesn't have a way to destroy it. You just want to set it and wait till he tries to
scapegoating first turn. That's a weird, strange play. Because you can't summon anything else when you scapegoat. Because when you scapegoat, you can't summon anything else.
Yeah, that would be a misplay.
I don't know why he did that, but maybe he's just trying to get monsters on his field. I don't know.
Hey, you were watching it. You could have called him out.
Yeah, well, I believe with Scapegoat, it doesn't let you can't normal summon I think you can set, but you can't. I have to read the card a bit carefully, but I wasn't really.
Yeah, well, that could make sense.
I think you can set. It's sort of like the Red Eyes fusion spell. It doesn't let you special normal, but you can still set a hand or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like how Heat Wave works.
Mm-hmm. Many people were saying, I think isn't Heat Wave the card that says, what is it? Isn't during your main phase 1, and I can't remember.
Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters until like your next turn.
Yeah, people are saying that card would be good in Ignites, but I don't really see the point of it.
Tyrant Throws is much nicer because it's not as punishing for you to play like tribute to normal monsters.
Yeah, especially in a deck like Ignites, where you can just like put a lot of normals on the vanillas on the field. Like he's not chaining draw muscle here to draw an extra card. So I would assume that's why he's running Reckless. When you have a card like Draw Muscle that's sort of like a pseudo upstart goblin, it kind of makes sense. Why are you running something like Reckless? Oh, double Lava Golem.
Yeah,
Ouch.
we normally run 2 in this build.
Ouch. Double Lava Golem. Damn.
The thing about Lava Golem, though, I mean, the Scapegoat...
Oh, warning. He's like, no, I'm not having none of that nonsense.
The thing about Lava Golem, though, is, like, you should really only use it to get rid of problem monsters. Like, I used Lava Golem in a duel, like, last week. I was playing Reversal Quiz, actually, for the first time in a long time. And I was up against a Ritual Beast player, and he knew what I was playing, so he made 2 ulti... I always say that thing's wrong. The one that can negate spell trap cards. And so he had 2 of them out, and then I gave him Lava Golem. It's really best to save your Golem for the problem cards or to use it to help push your OTK. Because you can get your Reversal Quiz play off after you Lava Golem, and that Lava Golem 1,000 on their standby phase can be what wins. And it actually did for me.
Yeah, because, like, again, and when I was playing with my Odd Eyes deck, what he did with... it wasn't with Lava Golem, it was with Volcanic Queen. He tributed off my... Oh, wow, that's a Mecha Phantom Beast I've never seen. That's a level 7? Interesting. I've never seen that card played in a Mecha Phantom Beast deck. That's interesting. Okay, it'd be special summoned by tributing 2 monsters, so he's going to chain Wabaku here so he doesn't get gamed this turn, because if he doesn't, he's going to be, like, at 100 damage.
Yeah, it really needs a card D here to get a Scarecrow or...
He's ending turn. He might have that Curry, the one that pays 2,000 to negate damage. It's probably the card he has in his hand at this point.
He would run 3 Photon and 3 Scarecrow. I'm sure he has any of those.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. But the problem for him in this situation is that they have equal life points, and it's not really going to change too much for him, because eventually he's going to find a way to get rid of the Lava Golem so he stops taking damage.
The problem with his opponent having such low life points is it means his hope for escapes are dead. That's probably kind of hindering his plays right now.
Okay, upstart
He might
Goblin.
have one of those. The other thing that makes Curry Photon so nice is it's like your pseudo Gale Dagra in this build, because like it's a way to pay 2,000 life points. You can use multiple of them in one turn, even if you have, because paying life points is a cost.
Mm-hmm. So he finally got the card, so he's gonna get to draw 2 here. So
well, not multiple of them in one turn, but like you can Curry Photon, and then on your opponent's turn, you can, it's easy to do.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to get some damage in here. I'm assuming he's probably got a Scarecrow or a Curry Photon. Not gonna take the damage. Yep, there's the Curry Photon. That's not good for him though, because he's down to 1,000 life points. So if his opponent can find a way to make like a Cowboy or something, he's pretty much can.
Here's the thing: he's down to 1,000 life points, but he's still got that Golem on his opponent's side of the field. All he needs is the quiz card and to like have a way to know what card's on top of the deck.
Yeah, so
he just needs those 2 cards.
So he's tributing 2 for the Mecha. I'm assuming that high level one he searched earlier. So I believe it can special. I didn't read the whole effect of this one. It's Mecha Phantom Beast Calgriffin. But okay, you can discard 1 Mecha Phantom Beast monster to special summon 1 from the graveyard, I believe. So he's discarded the O-Lion to get, and he got a couple extra tokens off the O-Lion. So he's in pretty good shape here. So Dark Hole, so he's getting rid of the Lava Golem, so he's going to be in much better position now. Even though he loses the tokens, he keeps his monster, which is good. And it leaves him with 1 monster on the field, so in case his opponent draws into another Lava Golem, he's in good shape. So he's upstart goblining him here, so that's actually good in this situation because...
Actually, I was about to say, upstart goblin can really, because you have to be thinking and doing mental math all the time, and like just getting upstarted can be super inconvenient.
It's like slightly better, not as slightly. It's like slightly better than upstarting a Arrow Mage player and giving them like +1s off your days.
It's extremely more. It's way more annoying though in the FTK version where you are like, you have such a precise plan for how you're going to manipulate your life points that 1,000 can just really tick you off.
Sorry so much misclicks. I'm like the king of misclicks when it comes to a dueling network. So he's going duality, so Max C and
Max
so
C.
there's the Phoenix. He's like scapegoat now. I'm curious why I guess he changed scapegoat there in case but I would have saved the scapegoat because so he's gonna add the duality. He must not have the combo pieces for the reversal quiz.
Well, part of it is at where his life points are now. He's used both of his lava golems, unless he's also running.
I forgot to put the
like, a
monsters
third
back.
one.
I must have missed there.
If both of his lava golems are used up, which they are, which is why I don't like when you just drop them for no reason. You now see this? Okay, interesting. See, but what I was gonna say is while he has 2,000 and no lava golems, the only way with that many life points he can pull off the combo is he needs all 3 Fuma Shurikens.
Oh, he's got torrential. He's got torrential, so all the tokens are going to go out of here, and he's going to get some 1,000 damage in. So that's really going to be helpful to him. Torrential Tribute, I still think is a really good card. I feel like I was kind of sad when it went out of favor because it's a good card still. So now he's actually going to get the damage in, so he's going to put him down to 1,000 life. And this is where I was explaining. I think I explained to him that I was explaining to them that there's a replay occurs, just sort of like when the field changes, it's a replay occurs. So you can still attack. That's what I was telling him, and he didn't attack. I was just like, whoa, you could have won already. So he's gonna activate the. What was weird was now he's putting them back. I was always wondering last turn why he didn't put the Max C and the Phoenix back. So he's going to duality here, and he's going to probably... Ooh, there's the reversal quiz. There's the Max C. And then there's the Wabaku. So what's he going to add? He's going to add the Wabaku because he's not in the greatest position right now.
Yeah, he needs to stall more. Without his lava golems, he needs all 3 Fuma Shurikens to pull off the combo. If the Mecha Phantom Beast weren't to do any more damage. Because he can't curry Photon or else it would destroy him.
Yeah, he was telling me the reason... Okay, he was telling me that point he was telling me the reason he didn't attack there was because he didn't want to be reversal quiz and double shuriken for game. So he was being cautious with inflicting damage. He didn't want to inflict damage unless he knew he had game-ending damage on the board, which actually makes sense.
And that's a smart play. Honestly, one of the best ways to handle reversal quiz. You don't even honestly need side deck cards half the time. You just have to know the win condition. And then you can play around that.
And so he's going scapegoat again. I think that's scapegoat number 3. That's the third one he's played. So the first time he got around it, he grinded. The second time he changed torrential. So he's going to have to run through the army of scapegoats again, unfortunately. So he's going
that's another problem about reversal quiz. Part of the advantage of it is you think nobody will have a side deck for it, but even if they don't, it's not necessarily required if you just play around.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the only thing I thought of, because even in the deck I'm playing for the tournament, I think again when the match I played, I think I would probably have sided MSTs and Royal Decrees, but that was it. Because in Odd Eyes, you lose hard to anti-spell fragrance was my thinking, so that's why I side decked MSTs. Because you do in my build I run Eccentric Archfiend and one of the magician cards pops spells and traps. So you don't necessarily need MSTs in the main deck. Which is weird for me because I've always been a proponent of mainboarding MSTs.
MST's the shit.
I've always wondered why. I remember during a lot of people after the floodgates went to 1, a lot of people stopped main decking mystical space typhoons. And I was always wondering why. So I felt like you should always mainboard at least at least 2, even
I'd
in a
say,
format.
especially in the Pendulum era.
Yeah, I mean, granted, like, especially if you're looking now where we're gonna getting like Magispectors and stuff, you're gonna want to disrupt their scale. And we do have the Magician structure deck coming out, but I don't think it's gonna be like that deck's missing a lot of key cards, so I don't think it's gonna be like as good as it is in the OCG. Oh wow, he's making a Gaia Dragon. This could be game right here. He's blind MSTing before he goes to battlefield. Oh, Wabaku. Wow, he had game
Why?
there. That sucks. He actually had game if he could get the Gaia Dragon to attack and resolve. That was a smart thing to make because it does the piercing damage.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's another reason I don't like the Scapegoats, because you're not always in control there with the piercing damage. Now the blind MST plays though. If he had just saved these 2 MSTs he had used this game, that would like cut out any chance that Cursed Thunder has of winning.
Because you said if you MST the Shurikens, they won't resolve. It will screw up the whole combo actually. So that's why you have to be careful with your MSTs against Reversal Quiz.
Yeah, when he gets his life points low enough, and he stacks the top of the deck, and then he starts setting it.
D space right there.
You got to wait till he starts stacking the top of the deck, because that's when you know he's going for it.
So he's got hope if he's going to add hope for escape to his hand. I'm assuming like this is sort of he must not have the combo pieces in his hand. So this is probably at this point he's probably just making a latch ditch effort to draw into answers. He probably has nothing but stall cards in his hand, I would assume.
Well, he probably has quiz, and he probably has the stacking card. The problem here is his life points are at 2,000.
So he won't be able to kill him.
He would need all 3 shuriken pieces. He would need all, because he used up both his lava columns.
Yeah.
So he's got
that's game right here if he gets this damage in. He has hope for escape. I guess he's chaining hope for escape, maybe hoping he can draw into
well, he can't curry photon.
Yeah, but if he draws into like a Swift Scarecrow, maybe I think he's gonna draw 2 to 3 cards. I'm not sure. I haven't read.
Swift Scarecrow only stops direct attacks. That's a monster. That's why I don't like Scapegoat.
Yeah.
No, he draws 1 card.
Yeah, he's also saying that, but like even drawing a Scarecrow is not gonna, like you said, because he's gonna do damage no matter what. But he's got game in this situation.
Curry Photon and Wabaco would be the only thing he runs that would stop that.
All right, so we're going to game 3 from the looks of it. So it looks like they're going. I mean, for the Mecha Phantom Beast player, he made the really smart decision to go into Gaia Dragon because that inflicts piercing damage is really, especially because he knows Cursed Thunder runs triple Scapegoat. That card came in really handy for the game 2.
At this point, Scapegoat is one of the things I more likely would side out. Actually, yeah. I don't, because I play Jackpot 7 and I need the Scapegoats for that. Yeah. Scapegoats are very important.
It's been a long time since I've seen Scapegoats on the opposite on 2 different ends of a duel.
By the way, we were talking about nasty combo cards earlier. If there's a card that should ever be looked at for just what it does for nasty combos, All Out attacks. Its combos aren't super good. That's why you don't see them all the time. But, I mean, they're like guaranteed FTKs and OTKs. And there is nothing else that card does other than promote those kind of things.
Like, sort of like with Magical Library. Okay, so he's got the Mega Raptor first turn. So if he can find a way to generate some tokens, he might be able to get a search off. But I'm assuming he doesn't have anything because he's passing turn.
Oh yeah, I used to play an all-out attacks deck with Morphing Jar 2 that made your opponent like mill their whole deck or would burn their life points completely with infinite combos.
Because Mega Raptor, every time a token's generated, it generates an extra token, so it actually helps because Recharge has to tribute a monster in order to stay on the field, if you didn't know. Alright, so he added the dual. That's another thing. Since the second time, he's added duality off of duality.
Hey, sometimes you just want more of that draw power, especially in the early game when you don't really want.
Oh, he's compulsing it when it hits the field. That's a smart play here because it leaves him without the draws. So he's going to just compulse it when it hits the field.
Yeah, solid. I would have sided out cards like Compulse or whatnot by now.
Yeah, I personally, from the deck I'm playing in the tournament, I would have probably side decked MSTs and Royal Decrees and taken out a lot of my back row cards because most of them are useless in this matchup. Because I don't run a ton of back row in that deck, but there's a fair
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, Royal Decree is a good side deck option just to stop the Recklesses and the Wabukos and whatnot. Of course, Reversal Quiz players typically side deck MST
Yeah, I mean
and
for
things to handle Decree.
plus decrees is good against a lot of other decks because even though some of the top tier decks that aren't Teller Knights are a lot of them are very back row heavy, especially like rogue decks. Even stuff like Ritual Beast and Yosenjus are very back row heavy. So like decree just gets that much better, especially when cards like lose one turn exist and you just don't want those ruining your day. I still feel Trapstone should also see quite a bit more play. So he's blind MSTing here. He better hope it's not. Yeah, it's a hope for escape, and that's like completely. Wonder why he set the card. Maybe just was a bluff or something.
Well, I think he was playing to card D and draw 2, and he didn't want to discard anything.
Yeah, that made sense. That makes sense. So he's gonna actually get some damage in, which could be good. Good. He's not putting him too low, but he's dealing some damage. So he's gonna overlay them here. I'm assuming he's gonna make a Dreadnought max because he's got 2 tokens on the board. So that's what he's probably gonna make. And if the Reversal Quiz player though that puts him close to the range that the Reversal Quiz player needs to be in though in order to get the kill damage in. So if he has a Curry Photon, it could be bad for a Gooba here.
Oh yeah, 1 Curry Photon in the con and the 2
Duality
pieces.
again. So I'm assuming he's gonna see what he goes for here. He's got another. It's like the third time he's duality and duality. So Scapegoat and the Shuriken. I'm not sure what he's gonna grab here. I mean, I would assume if he doesn't have the combo, he's probably gonna grab the. Yeah, he's gonna grab the Shuriken. Okay, let him grab the Scapegoat.
There we go.
So there's a good. Obviously he's not in the right life point count in order to deal game-ending damage. But if he has but he better have some kind of stall card or a Curry Photon. Otherwise, he's not going to be in a good position here. Because Dreadnought's going to deal 3k, and then there's game-ending damage right there. So now he's going to try to card Car again. And I'm sure he's going to draw 2. I'm surprised more people don't run Breakthrough skill for stuff like Card D. So even though I guess
Would Breakthrough work on card D? Because
yeah, it's
tributing
like
it as a cost and then it resolves in the grave.
yeah, it's not like Fiendish or Skill Drain where you can still tribute the monster. Breakthrough actually works if you tribute it on the summon. It's the same thing with Effect Veiler. So he tried to get over him, and now he's got him at 400. But unfortunately, the Scapegoat was chained. So he's got to hope here that the guy doesn't have the combo up and running. Otherwise, he's going to be in big trouble. So he's going to upstart him here, which is pretty decent because if he doesn't have the second Shuriken, he can't game him next turn if he gets the Reversal Quiz combo set up. He's got to have multiple Shurikens in his hand, which we know he has one. Okay, so it's passing turn here. So let's see what if the Reversal Quiz player has anything. Now there's an Upstart Goblin.
He doesn't need much.
No, he's got a lot of the combo already set up and ready to go. He just needs like a Reversal Quiz and like a way to stack the deck and one more Shuriken. And he's already got one of the cards he needs already. With all his cards in his hand, a good chance he could have everything else he needs. Oh, there it is. Phoenix.
He's going for it.
No! Oh, he's like Reckless Greed. Ditching a card and then setting something on top of the deck. I'm just going to set a Scapegoat on top of the deck. Rainbow Life. I've never actually seen that card. And there's the combo. It could be game. If he's got multiple Shurikens in his hand, it's game. Oh, Lava Golem. Get the problems off the field.
Well, he's gonna shuriken and use the lava golem damage. Is his
Yeah, because
plan.
he doesn't. Now he has no more back row, so there's nothing he can really do that's gonna save him unless he has, something. I'm sure he doesn't run like a Perform Mage card that could, like Damage Juggler that could negate it. Set 1, set 2. Has he got the quiz?
Oh yeah, damage juggler is another reason I wouldn't play this deck in this game
Oh, he's
state.
got Reversal Quiz. That's everything. Wait, can Reversal Quiz? I thought you said it can't send tokens.
Yes, this is technically a misplay. He would not be able to make this play.
So it was an illegal play, is what you're saying.
It technically is.
I probably should have had Yugioh come in.
He also had 2 shurikens, so the golem was just overkill.
Yeah, I think he was just like preparing just in case, like he had some kind of answer. But that's technically an illegal play, so it's something we definitely need to remember for future, need to know for future reference. And there it is.
Yeah.
That's game. So that's the first match of the tournament. All you guys tune in later for the other matches, and go ahead and as always, guys, if you liked what you saw this video, subscribe. Or Storm signing out.
Take care, everyone.
Oh, good. Wrong thing. Oopsies.